Yeah, so I've played it, and it really is bad. So Star Wars Outlaws was marketed as a bold new chapter in Star Wars game universe. It was supposed to be the sprawling open world adventure where you could live the life of a rogue. And for many people, including me, it did sound like a dream. But in reality, it was anything but that. And what we got just felt unfinished, it felt uninspired, and frankly unworthy of the Star Wars name. So first of all, I'd like to start with the world design. Outlaws promises vast, explorable planets, but most of them just felt barren and lifeless. And instead of getting these immersive, lived-in environments you'd expect from Star Wars, you just get stretches of repetitive terrain and outposts that all look the same. Just doesn't feel like you were a part of this vibrant galaxy. For me personally, it just felt like you were roaming a poorly decorated soundstage. Now moving on to the NPCs. In my experience, they were just these stiff and awkward, like they've been copy-pasted across the whole galaxy. The conversations just felt shallow, the side quests are essentially errands, and I don't know, instead of being drawn into this world, you're just constantly reminded that you're playing a game, and not a particularly good one. Now moving on to the combat, and it's on another low point. I mean, it kind of works, I guess, but still, it's nothing too special. The AI is painfully predictable, and the mechanics lack depth. Like, a lot. You shoot, you take cover, you throw in some occasional gadgets. It's all functional, don't get me wrong, but it's still incredibly bland. And for me as a big Star Wars fan, it's just massively disappointing when you consider the potential for dynamic and high-stakes battle in a universe as rich as Star Wars. And of course there are the bugs, and there are many of them. While I was playing, characters glitched through walls, animations broke mid-cutscene. I'm like currently in a dialogue talking to a guy and he just T-poses right in front of me. Also vehicles behave like they've been possessed by the dark side, and it's not just an occasional hiccup, it's consistent and it's consistent enough to ruin the experience as well. And don't get me wrong, the story it had potential, but I don't really like how Ubisoft implemented it. It's nothing more than underwhelming, if you ask me. I mean, yeah, you are cast as a galactic outlaw, just trying to make a name for yourself, but it does sound kind of interesting, but as I said, I don't like how they implemented it. The narrative just lacks weight or any urgency, and while I played it, the characters just felt one-dimensional. The dialogue often leaned into cliches, and I also noticed that I had no emotional connection to any character whatsoever, and also no memorable moments and nothing, like really nothing, that makes you feel like your actions really matter in the grand scheme of things. And of course, it's Ubisoft, right? We have to talk about monetization. Ubisoft just couldn't resist throwing in microtransactions. Like, if you want to gear to look good, you just have to pay extra. If you want to skip the grind, open your wallet. It's this constant blatant reminder that play experience comes second to profit margins. And I mean, the saddest part is that Star Wars games used to set the standard. I mean, we're talking about Knights of the Old Republic, or Jedi Knight Academy, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, or even more recent titles like Jedi Survivor. They somehow all understood what makes this universe so special. But Star Wars Outlaws just doesn't. It feels like it's chasing trends instead of crafting something really unique. And don't get me wrong, Star Wars Outlaws isn't the worst game ever made, but it's still a massively missed opportunity. And I'm certain that with better polish, smarter writing, and more respect for the source material, this game could have been a standout title. It could have been so good. But instead, Ubisoft just cooked us this mediocre entry in a franchise that deserves so much more. And as a huge Star Wars fan, I can safely say that I really can recommend this one. In my opinion, you should just save your credits and spend it on something that really respects your time. So let me know in the comments if you played it, what you thought of it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt it. So that's about it. See ya.